Hey, so I want to talk about this idea of feeling behind, whether it's in life in terms of material success, like, oh, other people my age have like gotten married or have a successful business or like have a certain job or have done certain things or whatever, or feeling behind in terms of your spiritual path, or feeling behind in terms of like the ascension or being a light worker, just feeling behind in any way. And what I wanted to share was that I think we can use the analogy of a hiking trail. And like normally when you go to a hiking trail, there's a trailhead with a map with details about the hike, and it might say it takes 4 hours to get to the top and 2 hours to get back or something like that. And when we go on that hike, we'll like time ourselves and compare ourselves to what we should be, like based on what the trailhead said it takes most people to do, right? So this is kind of what we're doing in life, is we're trying to like time ourselves and compare ourselves to what we think is supposed to be happening, and then we say that we're behind. But what we have to realize is that your life is a trail that's never actually been hiked before. So imagine the trailhead is like the board, but it has a sign on it that just says, we have no idea. It could take 1 hour, 3 days, a month. There could be hills, valleys, cliffs, rivers, landslides, glaciers, meadows, wild animals, dense vegetation, rope bridges, or zip lines. There is no map for your mind to conceive of what your life will be. Your soul knows, but the trailhead does not tell you anything. So we just have to embark on the journey. And you know, in life you could say, oh, I'm in a valley and that person's at a mountain, so you might think that you're behind because other people your age are doing a certain thing or whatever. And maybe you're surrounded by wolves in your life, and this spiritual teacher that you're following never encountered wolves ever in their life. So we all have a different path, and obviously there are similar challenges just associated with being human and certain archetypes that are going to be found in like other people's lives. So there are tools and teaching that can help you, but we all have different karma, different themes, different ancestral wounds, different trauma, different cosmic archetypes, and different personalities that we chose. So if you're following a teacher such as the Buddha, he had a different cultural energy. Well, same with Jesus. It was a different culture that they were in, and it was a different time, like 2,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, and the astrological energy was really different. And you can't compare anyone's life to anyone else because there's just so many factors. So we're all walking a different path. So how can you be behind is the question. How can you say, it took me 10 hours to cross the rope bridge, I'm so slow? But maybe that's just how long it takes. And maybe you're taking time to rest and you're saying, oh, I should just keep hiking. But how do you know that taking time to rest is not like part of the path? And only you know what you're going through. So if someone says to you like, oh, you're going through this thing, let's say a bad breakup, they'll be like, oh, I've been through a bad breakup and here's what I did, da, 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 I got over it in 2 weeks. Your path is your own path. So even if someone else is saying that they went through the same thing as you, they might not have any idea what they're talking about. Or maybe their breakup has nothing whatsoever to do with your breakup. It could be completely different circumstances. But even if it was similar, your whole history and your whole personality is different, and you have different challenges in this life, and that event might have completely different contexts in your life. So the breakup might not mean much to them, but maybe the breakup for you is a very pivotal moment in your journey. So you're actually supposed to be responding differently. So it's not fair to say, well, oh, that person got over it really fast, and why am I having so much trouble, or whatever. Like, the journey is not the same. And don't think you're doing something wrong if someone else's advice doesn't help you, because we're all supposed to be like our own guru and our own person navigating this path, and only you really know what you need. So if you're on a hiking trail and let's say you snapped a shoelace, so like what you really need is new shoelaces for your hiking boot, but then you're listening to some spiritual teacher that's advising you to drink lots of water, and like that's not bad advice, but it does not apply to you right now whatsoever. What you need is to find some spiritual tool that is the equivalent to like getting a new shoelace for your hiking shoes. Like, you know what you need, so getting spiritual advice about something that's not related to what you're going through right now will at best be unhelpful, and at worst can like hurt you and make you feel like you're doing something wrong, or just make it harder for you to find the thing you actually need. So basically what I'm saying is seek the teaching based on what you need rather than like waiting for a teacher to tell you what you need. And you are the one who knows where you're at, and it's impossible to be behind if the trail has never been hiked before. Like, you're saying, oh, I should have made it to this blah blah blah, but this trail has never been hiked before, so there's no one to say, oh, you should have done this by now. There's no way to be behind because it's never been done before. So, and this idea has really helped me. I've been feeling behind my whole life. This is something that I've experienced extensively with like every area of my life. So I'm trying to apply this metaphor for myself and just say, how can you be behind if it's never been done before? You just are where you are, what's happening is what's happening, and you just keep walking. So I hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching.